Today we are going to discuss Gupta's age in the ancient Indian history. It is a chapter which covers in the ancient Indian history, and also it is a second historical empire after the Mauryans. During the post-Mauryan period, there occurred several kingdoms. Post-Mauryan period, India divided into several kingdoms, that is small independent kingdoms declared their independence. So in the post-Mauryan period, this part was ruled by the foreigners, foreign kingdoms, and this part was ruled by the Indian kingdoms, that is Sungas and Kanvas. This area was under the control of the Satavahanas. This area was under the control of the Kalinga Kharavela. So, like this, there were different kingdoms during the post-Mauryan period. In the foreign kingdoms, Kushanas and Satavahanas, these two are important kingdoms during the post-Mauryan period. So after the Mauryans, Guptas, they united India politically. They established the empire. Guptas established the empire. It lasted from 300 to 550 AD. Nearly 250 years, so Guptas, they ruled India, North India, especially North India. Only during the time of the Samudragupta period extended to the South India, but by this time there was no political history of the South India. Politically it was a very dark age of that period. Guptas, they destroyed small kingdoms of India. They destroyed small kingdoms of India and established the empire. So beside this, they also eliminated Sakas from India. So along with this, Guptas, they got Gupta's period, India got the economic prosperous, and intellectual progress. Economic prosperous and intellectual progress occurred in the Gupta's period. Along with these two, science and technology developed, art and architecture developed. Literature reached its heights. So, based on all these conditions, we can consider Gupta age is a golden age. Gupta's age is considered as a golden age. Golden age like Periclean age in the Greek. Golden age it is called as Periclean age in the Greek. It was also called as Augustan age in the Greek. Elizabeth age in England. Greek age in Periclean age in the Greek. Periclean age in the Greek. Augustan age in Rome. It was there in the Rome. And Elizabeth age in the England. All these three ages were called as golden ages in the world. So Gupta's age we can compare with these ages. So this is about the introduction of the Guptas. And after the completion of the introduction of the Guptas, What are the things to discuss in the Gupta's age? We will come to the point of one by one in the sequence. It looks like a story format. It looks like a story format. Coming to the point of the Gupta's age, what should we discuss in the Gupta's age? In introduction, first we will discuss some important points. Major points, what to discuss. Major points. Second one is sources of the Gupta's period. Sources. Archaeological sources and literary sources. Sources are two types, archaeological sources and literary sources. After the sources, political history of Guptas. Political history of the Guptas. After the political history, administration of Guptas. After the administration, next we will discuss society, social conditions of the Guptas. Society. Economy of the Guptas. After the economy, religion of the Gupta's period. Religion. Next, literature of Gupta's period. After the literature, art and architecture of Gupta's period. Art and architecture of the Gupta's period. After the art and architecture, next to science and technology, development of science and technology during the Gupta's period. Like this, there are 10 topics to discuss. First, coming to the point of the some important points to remember about the Gupta's period. Important points. In these important points, first is origin of the Guptas. Origin of Guptas. Origin of Guptas, he was Sri Gupta. Sri Gupta was the origin of Guptas. Sri Gupta was considered as a founder of Gupta kingdom. Founder of Gupta kingdom. Gupta kingdom. Founder of the Gupta kingdom. He was the founder of Gupta kingdom. After this, founder of Gupta empire. Founder of Gupta empire. Empire builder was Chandragupta I. Chandragupta I, he was the empire builder of the Gupta's period. Kingdom founder is Sri Gupta. Founder of the empire was Chandragupta I. He started Gupta era. Chandragupta I started Gupta era in 319 or 320 AD. This period, he was established the Gupta era and great ruler of the Gupta's period. Great ruler. Origin, founder, great ruler of Gupta's period. Great emperor of Guptas. Samudragupta. Samudragupta, he was great emperor. The last king of the Guptas. Last king, Vishnugupta. Vishnugupta was the last king. Next, capital of Guptas. Pataliputra. First Pataliputra. Next, Ujjain was the capital of the Guptas. And Gupta's period, they patronized language. Official language of the Guptas, Sanskrit. Sanskrit was the official language of the Guptas. After this, royal emblem of Guptas. Royal emblem of Guptas. Royal emblem of Guptas, it was Varaha. Varaha was the royal emblem of the Guptas. And they patronized different languages like Sanskrit and other languages. Poets, great poets of this period, great poets of this period, Navaratnas, Navaratnas, like Kalidas, Mahakavi Kalidas, one of them in the Navaratnas. Astrologers of this period, astrologers of this period, Aryabhatta, along with the Aryabhatta, next person, Brahmagupta, Varahamihira. These were the scientists and astrologers of that period. Foreign traveler, he was who visited the court of the Chandragupta II period, Fahian, foreign traveler. Yeah, coming to this point, important points related to the Guptas is once again, origin of the Guptas, Sri Gupta, he was founder of the Gupta kingdom only, and he was considered as the founder of the Gupta kingdom. Founder of Gupta empire builder was Chandragupta I. In 329 or 319 AD, Chandragupta I, he established Gupta era, that is Gupta Shaka. Great emperor of the Guptas, Samudragupta, he was considered as Indian Napoleon because he was equal to the Napoleon in the military expeditions. Last king of the Guptas, Vishnugupta, he was the last king. By the Vishnuguptas ended the Gupta rule. Coming to the point of the capital of the Guptas, Pataliputra was the first capital. During the time of the Chandragupta II period, he shifted capital from Pataliputra to the Ujjain. Languages, what they patronized language was the Sanskrit of the language of that period. And royal emblem was Varaha. Great poets of that period, Navaratnas, Kalidas was greatest poet of the Navaratnas. He was called as Mahakavi Kalidas. Navaratnas lived in the court of the Chandragupta II period. And Samudragupta, he was also called as Kaviraja. Astrologers of that period, science and technology developed. That's why we are also going to discuss about the astrologers. Aryabhatta, Brahmagupta, Varahamihira, these were the astrologers of that period. Foreign traveler who visited the court of the Chandragupta II period, he was Fahian. Fahian wrote about India. These are the important points to remember about the Gupta's period. Next, coming to the point of the sources of Gupta's period. Sources. Usually, sources are the two types that we know. Sources of Gupta Empire. Sources are two types. Sources, they are two types. Archaeological sources, literary sources. Archaeological sources, they were also called as material evidences. Literary sources, they were also called as written evidences. Material evidences and written evidences. These material evidences can be divided into three parts: epigraphs, numismatics, and monuments. Literary sources are two parts: Indian literary sources, foreign literary sources. Indian literary sources, again two parts: Indian literary sources, again two parts. Religious, non-religious, that is secular. Religious, non-religious, secular. So like this, Gupta's period, during the Gupta's period, coming to the point of the literary sources can be divided into the two parts, archaeological and literary sources. Archaeological sources are the epigraphs, numismatics, monuments. Epigraph speaks about the inscriptions. Numismatics speaks about the coins. Monuments speaks about the artifacts and buildings, everything. Literary sources, Indian literary sources, Indian writers, they wrote about the Guptas. Foreign literary sources, foreigners came to India and they also wrote about the Gupta's period. This Indian literary sources, religious and non-religious, they are also called as religious sources and non-religious sources. First, coming to the point of the archaeological sources. Archaeological sources. Archaeological sources are most important to know about the Gupta's age. Archaeological sources. Because nearly in this epigraphs, first coming to the point of the epigraphs. Epigraphy is a study of inscriptions. Most of the Gupta's history reconstructed based on the study of the inscriptions. There were nearly 44 inscriptions are available regarding the Gupta's period. 44 inscriptions available regarding the Gupta's period. Among these 44, the most important and first one is the Allahabad inscription. Allahabad inscription. This Allahabad inscription was issued by the Samudragupta. It was issued by the Samudragupta. Allahabad inscription was issued by the Samudragupta. And it was written by Harisena. Issued by Samudragupta, written by Harisena. Harisena, he was court poet and also army general of Samudragupta. Court poet and army general of Samudragupta. This Allahabad inscription, it availed in 33 lines. It was written in the 33 lines. Used Sanskrit as a language and wrote in the Devanagari script. Wrote in Devanagari script. Hindi script. Devanagari Hindi script. This Allahabad inscription speaks about victories and achievements of Samudragupta. Victories and achievements of the Samudragupta. Victories and achievements of the Samudragupta. According to this Allahabad inscription, Samudragupta, he defeated many rulers. Samudragupta defeated 100 kings. That's why he was called as a Satadipa Raja, king of 100 kings. And it is also called as Prasasti. This inscription is also called as Prasasti. Prasasti means eulogy. Eulogy. Prasasti means eulogy. Giving multi-information, giving more information. And on the same Allahabad inscription of Samudragupta, earlier it was there Asoka inscription. Asoka also issued inscription in the same place, same rock, issued by the Samudragupta. So this latter period, Jahangir also issued Farmana in the same area, and Jahangir shifted this Allahabad inscription to the Jahangir shifted Allahabad inscription to the Calcutta. Latter period, Alexander Cunningham also worked on this Allahabad inscription. After the Allahabad inscription, next important inscription of the Gupta's period, Yaran inscription. Yaran inscription was issued by the two people, Samudragupta. It was issued by the Samudragupta and also Bhanugupta. Samudragupta and also Bhanugupta. Two people issued this inscription. Bhanugupta's Yaran inscription speaks about the Sati. Bhanugupta's Yaran inscription speaks about Sati. It was the first epigraphical evidence of the Sati. Bhanugupta's Yaran inscription was the first epigraphical evidence of Sati. Goparazu, he was the army general of Bhanugupta. Goparazu died in the battlefield. Goparazu's wife, he jumped into the funeral fire. That is self-immolation, self-suicide of this Goparazu's wife. So it was discovered by Alexander Cunningham. In 1845 to 1875 period. 1845 to 1875 period. This was discovered by Alexander Cunningham. Okay. After this, Allahabad inscription, Yaran inscription. Next to Nalanda copper plates. This Nalanda copper plate inscriptions issued by the Samudragupta. It was issued by the Samudragupta. And it speaks about donations, agraharas. Samudragupta donated agraharas. Agraharas were the villages donated to the Brahmins, pure Brahmins. It was the first to mention about the agraharas in the Indian history. Nalanda copper plate inscription was the first inscription to give the information of the agraharas. Next, after this, Gaya copper plate. Gaya copper plate found at Bihar. It was found at Bihar. Gaya copper plate, it speaks about Samudragupta donated land for the construction of the Buddhist Vihara by the Mahameghavarma of Ceylon ruler. Ceylon ruler Mahameghavarma asked the Samudragupta to establish Buddhist Vihar at Gaya. He gave permission and he donated the land. After this, Mehrauli iron pillar inscription. Mehrauli iron pillar inscription was issued by the Chandragupta II. It was issued in around 410 AD. It issued around 410 AD. But this Mehrauli iron pillar inscription was made up of iron with 7 feet height. It was the 7 feet height and also nearly 6 tons weight. 7 feet height, 6 tons weight. It was on the memory of Lord Vishnu, issued on the memory of Lord Vishnu, on the memory of Lord Vishnu. Mehrauli iron inscription. Present, it was there in the Kuwatul Islam complex. It speaks about Ujjaini. It speaks about victory of Chandragupta II over the Ujjaini. Mehroni iron pillar inscription. It issued nearly 1600 years back. Issued nearly 1600 years back. Till today, it did not get rusted, even though it open to the air, open to the nature, and exposed to the sunlight, exposed to the rain, but did not get rusted. It was the Mehroli iron pillar inscription. After this Mehroli iron pillar inscription, Junagar inscription of Skandagupta. Skandagupta, he issued Junagar inscription. This Junagar inscription of Skandagupta speaks about Sudarsana Lake, which was constructed by the Vaishya Pushyagupta, sent by Chandragupta Maurya during the Mauryan period. Latter period, Rudradamana, he repaired that lake. After the Rudradamana, Junagar lake was repaired, Sudarsana lake was repaired by the Skandagupta. So there are three persons related to this. You have to remember, constructed during the time of the Chandragupta Maurya by Vaishya Pushyagupta. Latter period, Seka ruler, Seka Rudradamana, he repaired that lake. After the Seka Rudradamana, Skandagupta, he repaired and also he issued Junagar inscription. Junagar inscription is also called as Girnar inscription. After this, Bitari inscription of Skandagupta. Bitari inscription also issued by the Skandagupta. It speaks about Huna's invasions. Started the Huna's invasions during the time of the Kumaragupta I period. But Skandagupta he defeated Hunas and he eliminated Hunas. After this, Pahadpur inscription. This Pahadpur inscription was issued by Buddhagupta. Pahadpur inscription was issued by the Buddhagupta. According to this Pahadpur inscription, king is the owner of cultivated land in the country. King is the owner of the cultivated land in the country. After the Pahadpur inscription, Pune copper plates. Pune copper plates, it was issued by the Prabhavati Gupta, she issued that Pune copper plate inscription. It speaks about the land survey. During the time of the Gupta's period, land survey. And also, this inscription speaks about Sri Gupta, founder of the Gupta Empire. Sri Gupta, founder of the Gupta Empire. So along with this, there are some other inscriptions like Kadamba and Banavasi inscription. Kadamba or Banavasi inscription. This was another inscription speaks about Gupta's period. This inscription speaks about the Kadamba relationship with the Gupta's period. Kadambas and Guptas, they came into the matrimonial alliances, marriage alliances between the Kadambas and Gupta's period. That means Kadamba Banavasi ruler married Gupta's princess. Next, Mandsaur inscription. Mandsaur inscription issued by the Malwa king Yasovarman. It was issued by the Yasovarman. This inscription speaks about Guptas were defeated by the Yasovarman. Guptas and Mihirakulas and Guptas. These two were defeated by the Yasovarman. Yeah, this is about the inscriptions. In the archaeological sources, coming to the point of the archaeological sources, first archaeological source is called as epigraphy. Epigraphy means study of inscriptions. We have n number of the Gupta's inscriptions to know about the Gupta's period. To reconstruct the Gupta's period, we have n number of the inscriptions. Like 44 inscriptions are there. Allahabad inscription. Allahabad inscription was issued by the Samudragupta and it was written by the Harisena. It contains 33 lines wrote in the Sanskrit language, Devanagari script, with the Devanagari script. It speaks about victories and achievements of Samudragupta, and also Asoka issued the same place inscription. Jahangir also issued Parmana there, and later period that shifted to the Calcutta. That was shifted to the Calcutta. Allahabad inscription is also called as Prasasti. It is also called as Prasasti. Eulogy, because it gives more and more information. After the Allahabad inscription, Iran inscription. Iran inscription was written by it was issued by the Samudragupta and Bhanugupta. Two people are involved in the Iran inscription. Bhanugupta's Iran inscription speaks about Sati. Sati means self-immolation of wife after the death of the husband. Goparazu, he was army commander of the Bhanugupta. Goparazu died. After the death of the Goparazu, his wife jumped into the Goparazu's funeral fire. That was Sati. First time Sati mentioned in the epigraphical works, that is Iran inscription. This Iran inscription was founded by Alexander Cunningham in between 1844 to 1875 period. After that, Nalanda copper plates. Nalanda copper plates were issued by the Samudragupta, and Nalanda copper plate speaks about donations to the Agraharas, donations to the Vedic Brahmins. Agraharas are the villages were donated to the Brahmins. Devagraharas are temples donated to the temples. And another one, Gaya copper plate. Gaya copper plate, it speaks about Buddhist donations by the Samudragupta. It found in the Bihar. Samudragupta, he gave 100 villages for the development of Buddhist Vihara. It was a Buddhist Vihara constructed here by the Ceylonese king Mahamegha king. He issued Mahameghavarma. He was a Ceylon king, constructed the Buddhist Vihara at Gaya. Next, Mehroli iron pillar inscription. Coming to the point of the Mehroli iron pillar inscription, it is also most important inscription. It was constructed with iron, but till today it did not get rusted. Even 1600 years has been completed. Since from the 1600 years, it exposed to the air, exposed to the rain, exposed to the water, exposed to the sun rays, but did not get rusted. Tuppu pattaledu. And also this Mehroli iron pillar inscription, located at Quwat-ul Islam complex. Quwwatul Islam Masjid complex, located at Quwwatul Islam Masjid complex. Mehroli iron pillar inscription. This speaks about metallurgy, the development of metallurgy during the time of the Gupta's period. After this, Junagar inscription issued by the Skandagupta. Junagar inscription was issued by the Skandagupta. Same place, Junagar inscription, Junagar also called as Girnar, that area, first time inscription was issued by the Rudradamana after repaired the Sudarsana lake. Rudradamana's Junagar inscription was first fully Sanskrit inscription. Because originally that Sudarsana lake was constructed by the Chandragupta Maurya period, Vaishya Gupta. Next that was repaired by the Rudradamana, also repaired by the Skandagupta. That information we are knowing from the Junagar. And Bitari inscription of Skandagupta, also issued by the Skandagupta. It speaks about Hans invasion on India. Hans invasion. Latter period Hans were the cause to Hans also caused for the decline of Gupta's empire. And Paharpur inscription issued by the Paharpur copper plates issued by the Buddha Gupta. It speaks about king is owner of the land. King is the owner of the land. The land which was under the control of the king, the entire land owner was the king. Pune copper plate. This Pune copper plates was issued by the Prabhavati Gupta, who was daughter of Chandragupta II. Chandragupta Vikramaditya's daughter Prabhavati Gupta. Prabhavati Gupta, she ruled. She was only woman during the time of the Gupta's period. And this Prabhavati Gupta's Pune copper plate inscription speaks about land survey of the Gupta's period. Guptas, they continued land survey every year. And it also speaks about Sri Gupta, founder of the Gupta Empire. Next, Kadambas and Banavasi, Kadambas or Banavasi copper plates. This also speaks about the relationship between the Kadambas and Guptas. That means Kadamba princess, Kadamba prince Kukucha Varma. Kadamba prince Kukucha Varma. Kukucha Varma, he married Gupta princess. Mandasore inscription was issued by the Yaso Varma. It speaks about defeat of Guptas and Mihirakula in the hands of the Yaso Varman. These are the inscriptions to remember, because these are most important, asked several times in the many examinations. There is a must and should question from the inscriptions. All are the most important inscriptions. After this, coming to the point of next to epigraphs. After the epigraphs, the next sources were called as numismatics. Next sources are called as numismatics. Next sources are called as numismatics. Numismatics means coins, study of coins. It is called as study of coins. Study of coins. Numismatics. Guptas, they issued coins. And Guptas were the first Indian rulers. Guptas were the first Indian rulers issued gold coins. Gold coins in India first issued by the Guptas. That too Chandragupta I. Chandragupta I. He issued first gold coins of the Gupta's period. Chandragupta I started Gupta's monetary system. Gupta's monetary system. Yeah, coming to this point, Guptas issued gold coins. Because in the India, gold coins first introduced by the Indo-Greeks. That means what? Indo-Greeks were the first people, those who struck their names and their images on the coins. Based on that, we will know the information of the king who issued the coins. The system of striking name, the system of striking image of the ruler on gold coins introduced in India by the Indo-Greeks. Those gold coins are called as dinars. Gold coins are called as dinars. In the Indian language, gold coins are called as suvarna. Suvarna is a gold coin during the time of the Gupta's period. And rupaka is a silver coin during the Gupta's period. Gold coin, silver coin during the Gupta's period. 1 suvarna equal to 15 rupakas. 1 suvarna equal to 15 rupakas. That means 1 gold coin equal to 15 silver coins of that period. That was the measurement. Chandragupta I, he was the first Gupta ruler, issued gold coins on his name, and also he mentioned his wife name. Kumara Devi. His wife was Kumara Devi. She was a Lichavi princess. He also mentioned that name on another side. Next to, after the Chandragupta I, Samudragupta, he issued different coins. Like Samudragupta issued Veena type coins. Like he was playing Veena. He struck the image of king like playing lore or Veena. Veena vaయిస్తున్నట్లుగా బొమ్మ వేయించాడు. He issued coins of Veena type coins like he was playing Veena. That was image is there on the coin. And he performed Ashwamedha Yaga. That's why he also issued coins on the name of Aswa type coins. And he also used hunter coin, struck by the hunter coin. After this, Chandragupta II, Samudragupta son, Chandragupta II, he was also called as Chandragupta Vikramaditya. Chandragupta or Chandragupta II, he issued Ujjaini coins. That means he struck Ujjaini Torana, gateways of Ujjaini. Gateway of Ujjaini struck on the coin. And also he issued coins like hunter fighting with lion, hunting the lion, fighting with lion. That is hunting the lion. This was also another coin issued by the Chandragupta II. After the Chandragupta II, his son Kumaragupta I, he issued large number of gold coins in India. That's why his age is considered as a golden age. He issued coins on the name of Kartikeya. Kartikeya was son of Lord Shiva, Kumaraswamy. That means he followed Shaivism. Based on this, we can consider that he followed the Shaivism. Like this, different coins we will find during the time of the Gupta's period. Coins, they give chronology and also economical conditions of that period. Coming to the point of the economical conditions during the Chandragupta I period, he used more than 90% gold to manufacture, to mint the coins. And finally, coming to the point of the last king, Vishnugupta period. Last king was the Vishnugupta. By the Vishnugupta period, Guptas, they used only 40% of the gold for the making coins, for the minting coins. It indicates the economically decline the kingdom. So, based on the coins of the Gupta's period, J. Allen, he wrote a book called Catalogue of the Gupta Dynasty. Catalogue of the Gupta Dynasty. Catalogue of the Gupta Dynasty. It was written by the J. Allen and A.S. Altaker. A.S. Altaker, he wrote a book called The Coinage of Gupta Empire. The Coinage of Gupta Empire. Okay, this is about the Gupta's age, numismatics. Numismatics are the study of coins. Guptas were the first Indian rulers to issue gold coins. That too Chandragupta I. Chandragupta I, he struck his name and also his wife's name on the coins. He issued the gold coins. Gold coins are called as dinars or suvarna. One suvarna is equal to 15 rupekas, that is 15 silver coins. Samudragupta issued Veena type coins, Aswa coins, hunter coins. Chandragupta too issued Ujjaini coins and fighting with the lion, that was the hunting of the lion. Kumaragupta issued a large number of coins and he struck Kartikeya symbol on the coins. That means he followed Shaivism. So Gupta's coins speaks about chronology and also economic conditions of the Gupta's period. On the Gupta coins, J. Allen, he wrote the catalogue of the Gupta dynasty. A.S. Altaker, he wrote the coinage of Gupta's empire. So this is about the numismatics. After the numismatics, the next sources to know about the Gupta's period, monuments. Next archaeological sources are the monuments. Monuments. Monuments, what are the monuments? Monuments are artifacts. Artifacts, the material evidences which we find. Palaces, caves, paintings of that period. Like this, there are so many evidences. Guptas were the first people, those who started temple construction in India. Temple construction in India. That is archaeology. Archaeology is study of artifacts, study of monuments. Temple construction, that means they constructed structural temples. Structural temples. One structure. Like Dravidian style of the architecture, Dravidian architectural style, Nagara architectural style, Vesara architectural style. These three architectural styles were born during the time of the Gupta's period. Guptas, they constructed different temples like Dasavatara temple at Deogar, Parvati temple at Nachna Kotara, ruined temple, that is a ruined temple at Bhumara, found at Bhumara, and Vishnu temple found at Bhitari. Like these temples, we can know the culture of the Gupta's period. Temples always gives the religious conditions and culture of the Gupta's period. We can reconstruct culture and religious conditions of the Gupta's period based on the temple architecture. Along with this, there are some other things to know about the Gupta's. Mathura School of Art, Banaras School of Art, and also Nalanda School of Art. These schools of arts gives the information of the Gupta's period. We can also know from the Gupta's period, known from the caves like Ajanta caves. In the Ajanta 16, 17, 18 caves belongs to the Gupta's period. Ellora caves, these were also gives the information of the Gupta's period. And numerous seals were found at Vaisali. Numerous seals of the Gupta's period found at Vaisali. So these are the monuments speaks about Gupta's period. Monuments are artifacts of palaces, caves and paintings. Temple construction, structural temple construction started during the Gupta's period. There are three types of temple architecture born in the Gupta's period. Dravidian architecture, which is very famous in the South India. Nagara type of the architecture, very famous in the Eastern India and North India. Vesara style of that is in Western India. Vesara style of the architecture. Dasavatara temple at Devagar, Parvati temple at Nachukutara, ruined Shiva temple at Bhumara, Vishnu temple at Bitari are the important temples of the Gupta's period. Mathura School of Art, Benares School of Art, Nalanda School of Art, these schools of arts are also giving cultural development of the Gupta's period. Caves, Ajanta caves and Ellora caves, and many monuments were found at Vaisali, many seals were found at Vaisali. So all these are the sources to know about the Gupta's period. Okay, so today we discussed the sources of the Gupta's period. What is that? Some important points of the Gupta's period. In the sources, archaeological sources completed. So in the next class, in the next video, we will complete the literary sources and the origin of the Gupta's period. Okay, good luck for you all.